Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house, where we're eating good food, sharing good times, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Let's get to cooking. Hey y'all, before we get to cooking, I want you to walk down to the garden with me. Pick up some veggies. You see, I got my basket here, put on my garden shoes, and we're going to get down to the garden and do a little harvesting. Because I got some stuff ready out here, and I am so excited because we love good fresh vegetables, don't we? So let's get to picking. If you're new here at Memaw's house, welcome to my garden. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm going to start in my brassica bed. This bed I have some broccoli, some cabbage, and some collard greens. Remember, my Brussels sprouts didn't Brussels nor sprout. I think that it was too warm. It has been too warm, but I'm going to get some of this collard greens so that we can have that for our Sunday dinner. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to also get one of my heads of cabbage so we can have that tonight for dinner. Now, we're located in Virginia, and the week that I filmed this video, the temperatures were nice and mild, but we were coming up on some heat. But even with the heat, because this area is shaded for a good part of the day, we were able to harvest a lot from this particular bed. So I'm pulling out my broccoli now because we've done all that we can do with the broccoli, and I think I got a few heads of broccoli, and we enjoyed every bite of it. So now let's go ahead and get our cabbage harvested, and let me show you what this cabbage is looking like. Hold on. She looks small, but she is very dense, and once we cut into it up in the kitchen, you'll see just how pretty she is. So I got my greens and my cabbage all ready to go. Now in my other bed, you remember I pulled out my onions. I have another squash plant that I'm touching right now. She has some flowers on her, some blooms on her, and we're going to get her harvested as soon as those squash come to fruition and get a little bit bigger. But right now I have some cucumber that I need to harvest. So it's so massive over in here for me. I can't hardly see where I'm going, but Peepaw is filming for me, and he's a little taller than I am, so he's able to get in there, and so that you can see what I'm doing. Let's get this cucumber cut. I have a couple of other cucumbers that's in here that you're peeking through the bushes to see, and we're going to get these done because I've already put down some pickles, dill and some sweet pickles, some bread and butter pickles. So we're going to get all of this cut, harvested, so we can eat. Now that I've harvested my cucumbers and my cabbage and the likes, I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff put over into my compost bin, and we'll get up to the kitchen. Okay. So here are the ingredients that we'll be using today to make our cabbage, potatoes, and kielbasa. This is a hearty meal that does not take any time at all to cook, and I'll leave the ingredient list down in the description box. Welcome back to Memaw's house. I'm in the kitchen. I've been out in the garden this morning, and it's evening time now, and it's time to cook some dinner. So I'm going to wash my cabbage that I did a little bit of harvesting today. I got one more head out in the garden that I'm going to let be there for a minute. And then I did do some cucumbers and some collard greens. I harvested those today. Put that over there on my post. So you saw those already. Anyway, today we're going to be making some cabbage and potatoes with kielbasa. Just a really simple weeknight meal. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We would love to have you over here at Memaw's house. All right, let's get to cooking. And we're going to start this recipe by chopping our veggies. I've already washed my cabbage and I've washed my potatoes and onions, and we're going to get those chopped up. I'm going to save these big leaves to use in another recipe. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to cut the core out of this cabbage head and then get it chopped up, just sliced real thin. Oh, she's pretty. Ain't she pretty? Look at my cabbage. Ain't she pretty? Oh, yeah. Even though that head of cabbage looks small compared to those you see in the grocery store, it was plenty big enough for us to eat, a family of 4, because you know Noah's not eating cabbage nor potatoes like that unless it's a French fry. Anyway, it was enough for us to eat. So I'm peeling my potatoes now, and I will go ahead and slice up my onion. All of that is going into the compost bin, because you know we got to keep making dirt so that we can keep having a good rich garden, rich soil in my garden. So let's chop up our onion, and then we'll get all of this in our skillet. No. Even somebody's garden is not mine. Now I've put about 3 tablespoons of oil into my heavy bottom skillet, And to that, I'm going to add my potatoes and onions. And we'll start those cooking just before I add the cabbage. While these are cooking down, I'm going to add a little seasoning to it. I'm going to start with some garlic salt. And of course, we're doing all of this to taste. So if you like the taste of garlic salt, add as much as you want. But you want to watch it because it does have salt in it. And then we're going to add the minced onion or the granulated onion. And that's onion powder. It doesn't have any salt in it. But we already have onions in the pan, so we don't need much of that. And I'm going to use a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. Very small amount. But then I'm going to add some pepper. A good amount of pepper because we like the taste of pepper in our fried potatoes. Now, while these potatoes and onions are cooking, let's go ahead and chop up our kielbasa. Now, I'm going to cut these at an angle just to give them a good amount of surface so that we can get some good crispness on that and it can taste delicious. Now that I have some brownness on my potatoes, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. This garlic is some garlic. I had bought a big bag of garlic from Costco, the already peeled garlic, and I ran it through my food processor and added oil to it. And it is the best way for me to have garlic available. I also put some in my ice cube trays and put it in the freezer so that when I need just plain garlic, I'll have just chopped up garlic to put into any dish that I want. Now I've went ahead and added my kielbasa. So we're going to let this cook down just a little bit, and then we'll add our cabbage. Oh, you want me to take some up? Okay, y'all, the cabbage is loaded. Let's go ahead and cover this pot so that it can steam. Now to another skillet, I'm going to add a half a stick of butter, and I'm going to brown this butter because I'm going to fix a little bit of jiffy cornbread. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and stir our main course. As that butter is getting nice and brown, it's melting down, then we'll mix up our jiffy cornbread. Now I'm going to mix this cornbread almost like the package says to do. I just want to add a little bit of honey. So I'm going to add my milk and my egg, and then I'll add about a quarter of a cup of honey. Now all of the ingredients are in my bowl. Let's go ahead and mix this together, and then we'll put it in our pan with our browned butter. My cornbread is done, and you saw Noah's little plate of spaghetti off to the side because you know he's not eating cabbage and fried potatoes. And for those of you who don't know, who may be new here or may not have heard me mention, but Noah is my very special grandson who is on the autism spectrum. And if you all know anything about people with autism, you know that they don't necessarily eat the same way the rest of us do. They have really particular tastes for different things, and he will eat only a certain amount of food, types of food, I should say. And I try to give him what he likes, but you know, Memaw's going to throw some extra vegetables in there and hide it in that tomato sauce. But that's another story for another day. So let me finish serving up our dinner, and I can show you what we're working with. This Peepaw's plate. Okay, y'all, so my cabbage and stuff is done. You've seen the plate. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're going to eat dinner. Y'all be blessed. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't subscribed to Memaw's House, please come on over and subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of the family over here while I'm cooking and talking. Y'all be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.